Hi, Kat and Rebecca from the Nat Genis team. Do you think you can't buy a house? Okay, so today is renting versus buying. So, Rebecca, why do you think people are renting instead of buying?
Well, you kind of alluded to what's keeping you, and it's a lot of times you think you have bad credit and there's no help.
Well, there we will have a whole segment on bad credit with a specialist.
Yeah, and we want to do that video with that specialist because one of the things I know we hear is you go to a credit repair company and they take your money and then nothing happens, and we don't want that to happen to you.
Yeah, no, we want somebody who takes care of you very, very well.
Absolutely.
So, what are other reasons that people are renting?
Again, probably related to a history or your credit would be maybe you have a bankruptcy or a foreclosure and some of the rules for lending change. It used to be 7 years and it was 3 years and it goes all over the place with these rules. So staying in contact with either a lender or an agent who knows what your specifics are to say, guess what, we can now get it done for you. And staying on top of it so that when some of these changes take place, you're the first on board because you have somebody who's waiting for that time frame to lapse.
Yeah, that is why it's important the person is specialized in credit repair because they will also take care of
Absolutely,
those things, right?
absolutely.
So what else do you think?
Probably the biggest other fear is I don't have the money. I don't have down payment. I don't have closing costs. I don't have what it takes to get into a house.
No piggy bank?
No piggy bank. Yeah, my piggy bank. Yeah, I don't know. So part of that is too, sometimes you can qualify for state, sometimes county programs that are down payment assistance. There's where they'll put a silent second where you don't even make payments while you're in the home and not until you sell. And then the other part of it is the negotiation of a purchase that we ask for the seller to assist you in the closing costs. So it might take a lot less cash than you think, and you might be able to save it more quickly than you know in order to buy that home. So don't let the money stop you either.
Yeah, I see that a lot. When I talk to people, they're really afraid of the money part, closing costs, down payment, or credit.
So again, working with someone that can tell you this is what we need to do, this program will work, this one won't, and then we need this much from the seller to assist, and maybe what you need to come up with you might have, and if not, or maybe close. But now at least you really know. You need to know what those numbers are because information is king. And if you have that information, you can then maybe make a change.
Yeah, you might be able to buy it right now.
And that's also possible. I've had that happen. Somebody called me and want to lease one of our listings, and why don't we check with the lender first? Got them into a house, and 5 years later, they're still a proud homeowner, and they haven't had some of the problems they had being a tenant.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the good thing about buying right now?
Well, again, that same gentleman, I mean, he got kicked out because the landlord sold the property and now had to vacate. So you won't be asked to move. It's yours.
And what else?
Well, in the same vein of the finances, you have a stable rental or payment amount. So instead of rent, you're paying a mortgage. But that's going to be the same. It's not like, oh, guess what? Prices and rents have gone up. Kat, you're going to have to come up with more next month because we're going to raise the rent on you. That's not going to happen. When you have a mortgage, you know what that mortgage is.
Yeah, the mortgage turned into your piggy bank.
There you go.
Because when you sell, you can get it back.
There you go. Exactly.
Okay, so any other thing?
Well, and then since you're now making a mortgage payment, it may be a little more than what your rental payment was, but part of that payment is going to reduce what you paid for the house. That's going down. The market might increase. Historically, we never go back to a last low, so you're going to chances make more money on the home, and now that's in your pocket rather than your landlord's pocket. And then on top of that, because you're a homeowner, you're afforded certain deductions on your income taxes, and your income taxes may go down to help offset some of those additional homeowner costs.
Great. So what do you think? You want to buy or you want to rent?
Yeah, if you know you're going to be in an area and you have a stable job and you're not going to be moving, it's one of the biggest investments, and a lot of people, it's always been to a retirement because after 30 years, if you make that payment, you own the home and you're not paying anymore. That won't happen if you're a tenant either. You can live in an apartment for 30 years,
Yeah.
and at the end of 30 years, you're still making rent payments.
The sooner the better.
Yeah, so
Okay, so if you have any other questions, please write them down in the link below, send it to us, and we will respond.
Or recommendations for other tutorials so that you can get information, and we'll keep it real. Estate!